Hello listeners, my name is David and welcome back to the Art of Combat. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to play the character Scorpion. In general, I always gravitate towards Scorpion whenever it comes to trying to get a new player to learn a character. In my opinion, I think Scorpion is one of the perfect beginner-friendly characters to teach. In this episode, I'm going to go over the character's move list. I will give them a move list breakdown. I will also talk about their specials and how to use them. And lastly, I will also showcase some combos with the character. And also I will give you some cameo recommendations to go with Scorpion. With that being said, let's get started. Combat 1 discussions, guides, and tutorials. You are watching the Art of Combat here on Urban Knights Radio. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Art of Combat Show. So here we have Scorpion. Scorpion, in my opinion, is a very good beginner-friendly character, and right now at the moment he's actually considered one of the top 10 best characters in the game. A big reason why is because he has high damaging combos and they're actually pretty easy to perform. As the game went on, a bunch of updates have actually added Scorpion a couple more options, and the cameo list has increased, giving Scorpion a bit more cameo options whenever it comes to playing the game. Let's start off by showcasing his normal strings. Starting with all the 1 moves. Standing 1, standing 1 2, standing 1 2 2. Like most characters, this move is probably going to be the fastest in Scorpion's kit. The standing 1 jab is known for being one of the fastest. And for Scorpion, this is actually pretty good for punishing slow moves. You can get straight into a combo. Now for his 2 moves. Standing 2, standing 2 1, standing 2 1 4. Standing 2 has a lot of good reach. It could actually reach from a pretty far distance. I would recommend this move to whiff punish, so whenever your opponent misses an attack, this is the move that you're most likely gonna be able to hit them with. Either that or just generally poking at the opponent's direction is pretty good. Back 2. Back 2's main purpose is to be used as an anti-air, so whenever an opponent jumps towards your direction, you can use back 2 to catch them. And back 2 is special cancelable, which means that you can get straight into a combo. Now for his 3 moves. Standing 3, standing 3 3, standing 3 3 3. Standing 3 3 is probably Scorpion's best grounded string to keep the combo going, compared to using standing 2 1, probably because the kicks deal more damage in general. Standing 3 3 3 is also special cancelable. Forward 3, forward 3 2, and forward 3 4. Forward 3 2 is probably Scorpion's best combo move. You can actually combo into it like around 3 times. One weakness this move does have is that the last hit is a high, which means that if your opponent knows you're going to throw it out, they can simply duck the last hit and punish you. But luckily he has forward 3 4, which allows them to do a double mid attack. So if your opponent's expecting to duck that high, if you do a forward 3 4, it won't work. Forward 3 4 is also special cancelable, unfortunately not to spears. Back 3. Back 3 is a really long reaching mid to low string. This move is actually special cancelable before the second hit comes out and is actually pretty good for win punishing too. Now for his 4 strings, standing 4, Setting 4 is just a simple 70 damage dealing kick. Forward 4. Forward 4 is a high hitting launcher, single hit. Not much to it. Back 4. Universally for every character, a back 4 is just a sweep. And lastly, let's go over his down moves. Down 1, down 2, down 3, and down 4. This is Scorpion's throw. Now let's go over Scorpion's aerials. Aerial 1, aerial 1-1, aerial 1-1-1, aerial 1-1-2, aerial 1-1-4, aerial 1-2, aerial 1-4, aerial 2, aerial 2 grab, aerial 2-4. The majority of these aerial hits are gonna lead to like this little ground bounce hit reaction. The ones that I recommend using the most are, if you are at the beginning of your combo, I recommend you using 1-1-1. If you're reaching towards the end of a combo, maybe a 1-3 might help out better. By far the ones you're most likely going to use the most is aerial 1-2 to combo into his aerial special. Or aerial 1-1-1 to keep the ground bounce and get the combo going. Now that we know Scorpion's strengths, let's get to his specials. Back forward 1 is Spear. Spear is Scorpion's most iconic move. With Spear, Scorpion shoots out a kunai. If it grabs the opponent, it's gonna bring him back to right in front of him and also re-stand. You can use this move without having to spend meter to continue your combo. If you enhance this move deals a bit more damage and becomes a mid, which means that your opponents cannot neutral duck it. Spear can only restand once. If Spear is hit again in the same combo, it's gonna knock him down to the ground. Back forward 2 is Blazing Charge. Blazing Charge is simply just a dash that Scorpion can perform. It's a pretty fast dash, so it's actually pretty good for finishing combos. If you enhance this move actually gets armor, which means that Blazing Charge is Scorpion's armored special. Down back 2 is Twisted Kyo. With this special, Scorpion spins his Kyo around in a circle to deal damage in front of him. The main purpose of this special is to have a combo ender while your opponent is standing. This special won't really work if your opponent is being delayed in the air, so keeping them on the ground is actually perfect for this special. If you enhance this special, the special will deal more damage. You can perform back forward 2 and down back 2 in the air. If you do, you will get Kyo Snag. With this special, you're allowed to catch opponents in the air and bring them closer to you. If you enhance this move, you're allowed to react after the hit, which means that you can use this to continue combos in the air. Down back 3 is Flame Force. Scorpion will teleport on the other side of the screen and hit him with a high attack. You can do this special in the air too. If you enhance this move, Scorpion will appear behind them really fast without performing the high attack. This is pretty good to sneak up on your opponent and perform something else besides a high if they are predicting the high attack. If you enhance the air version, you will be able to hit your opponent after the teleport. Back forward 4 is Devouring Flames. Scorpion will create a fire under the opponent. This is a low attack. If you enhance this move, this attack will instead become an unblockable move. However, there will be no hit stun attached to it. What's unique about this enhanced version is that this ignores the opponent's invincibility in general. If your opponent is knocked down on the ground, they can actually still get hit by the enhanced version. And lastly is Scorpion's Fatal Blow. Scorpion Fatal Blow is a fast hitting mid attack. It's actually pretty good for finishing combos, especially after a spear. Now that we have fully showcased Scorpion, it's time to go over for some combos. Want to stay updated on the latest episode? Then consider following us on Twitter at Art of Combat Show. The best tip I can give you for comboing with Scorpion is that you want to save his spear until the very end. Spear is really good for comboing. You really need that restand at the end of the combo to get the most out of it. There are also some alternative combos that you can perform if you have to use your spear at the beginning of your combo.
Not fireproof.
For this combo, watch closely as after the second spear, Scorpion will perform an enhanced Devouring Flame that will actually ignore the fact that the opponent is still on the floor. Technically speaking, it's not a combo, but that damage is guaranteed. The best way that Aerial Flamethrower can actually combo is if it's hit right after an aerial kick, but it has to be done closely to the ground. In some situations like this, enhancing Flamethrower in the ground can actually lead to a combo if it's fast enough to catch up to the opponent. The last thing that I'm going to showcase with Scorpion is a couple cameo recommendations. I will recommend you 3 cameos that I would like you to select alongside Scorpion. The first one being Serena. A good reason why Serena is considered a good cameo with Scorpion is mostly because of her back cameo move, Kia Blades. This move can extend combos, however it only works on standing opponents, which, if we know of Scorpion, his spear restands, so you can actually use this move pretty late in the combo. Because Scorpion doesn't really have a normal projectile either, you can also utilize Serena's forward cameo move, Old Moon, which is a simple 60 damaging projectile. Lastly, if you ever feel like you're running out of meter, you can use Serena's down cameo, which is Jitaka's Blessing. If you stand on the circle, you will regain meter back to continue combos. The next cameo on the recommendation list is Motaro. The main purpose with Scorpion and Motaro is actually for you to be able to combo into Devouring Flames meterlessly. Because Devouring Flames still offers hit stun, however the Scorpion is still stuck in an animation, well, you can actually use Motaro's teleport to cancel that animation. And the best part is that Motaro will teleport you right next to the opponent. So no matter where you are on the screen, you can combo with Devouring Flame. Another good thing that you can try using with Motaro is his tail turret, especially after the end of forward 3-4 or standing 3-3-3. And lastly, because Motaro has a really fast hitting low, this complements Scorpion's overhead pretty easily. And the last cameo recommendation is Pharah. Pharah in general is a pretty good cameo for everyone to use because everyone can benefit from her low overhead mix-ups, but with Scorpion specifically, she actually has a lot of other options she can do. Not only does Pharah give Scorpion's mix-up, which is what he lacks, he can also make his throw comboable. And that is how to play Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1. If you like what you see from this showcase, then I recommend you pick up Scorpion and give him a try. And there we have it. That is how you play Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1. In general, I have taught you the very basics of how to use these moves and also how to use the specials with combos. If you wish to get more technical with Scorpion, then I consider you learning their frame data on the moves to know which ones are safe and not safe to throw out. Learning frame data in general is just the gateway of learning the competitiveness on the game. So if you wish to learn more about any character in general, I recommend that you pick up on their frame data and get to know the moves to see if they are safe to throw or not. This has been The Art of Combat. My name is David, and I'll see you in the next one.